Hello, I'm Dr. Jaime from Sheffield, Hallam University, and I am here in Lincoln talking about the views of older Canadian illegal drug users on the legalization of cannabis. So on the 17th of October 2018, via the Cannabis Act, Canada legalized recreational cannabis use. They are the second country in the world after Uruguay to legalize cannabis, and I was interested in finding out sort of what people thought about it, and not just sort of any people, but specifically illegal drug users, and specifically people who had been using drugs for many, many years. So I conducted interviews with people who had used illegal drugs in the past year who were over the age of 40. So I spoke to people in their 40s and their 50s, their 60s and their 70s about their illegal drug use. The sample predominantly was made up of people who smoked cannabis. About 77% of them were cannabis users, and asked them about their views. In the lead up to the Cannabis Act, there was a lot of information, concern, awareness in the media about what this change in legislation would mean. A lot of trepidation, is it going to be good, was it going to be bad? And so I spoke to these users about their opinions on legalization. Interestingly, most of the people that I spoke to were very much in favor of the change in legislation. They were very much pro-legalization of cannabis. They were happy that it was coming and thought it was long overdue. Also interestingly, most of them were not anticipating that their use would change. So they were not anticipating that the frequency of their use would change, or the way they consumed would change, or anything else. So to them, they were very pleased that the change was coming. They felt vindicated. They thought that it was a poor law, so they were pleased that the law was changing. But for them personally, they didn't anticipate they would actually change their use in any way. I think this has really interesting policy implications in terms of you change the law, what impact is it going to have, and speaking to this small group of users in particular, apart from sort of feeling more free because what they were doing was now legal, they didn't actually think it would have changed their sort of using habits in any way. I think that's all. Thank you.